Edmonton, after 2 straight, heart-wrenching trips to the Stanley Cup Final, after defying so many odds and pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible, can you truly believe that the Edmonton Oilers are now considering trading the very goaltender who helped get them there? Is there no loyalty, no sacred cow, no untouchable player when the ultimate prize remains just out of reach? This isn't just a question, it's a gut punch, a cold, hard dose of reality in the ruthless pursuit of a championship. In the unforgiving world of professional hockey, where the line between hero and expendable is razor-thin, the Oilers, it seems, are prepared to make the most audacious, perhaps even heartbreaking, moves imaginable. Get ready, because the whispers from the hockey world suggest that even after leading his team to back-to-back finals, Stuart Skinner could become the ultimate sacrificial lamb in Edmonton's relentless quest for the Stanley Cup. The Edmonton Oilers, a franchise perpetually oscillating between the euphoria of brilliance and the agony of near misses, understand the paramount importance of stopping the puck. In a league defined by its razor-thin margins and the electrifying unpredictability of its playoff battles, elite goaltending isn't just an asset, it's a non-negotiable prerequisite for championship contention. For 2 consecutive seasons, the tandem of Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard, a duo often underestimated and frequently scrutinized, has defied expectations, propelling the Oilers to the pinnacle of the sport, the Stanley Cup Final. To achieve such a feat, to navigate the brutal gauntlet of the Western Conference playoffs not once, but twice, they must undeniably be doing something right. Their journey has been a testament to resilience, a narrative woven with moments of brilliance and flashes of vulnerability, yet always culminating in a shot at hockey's ultimate prize. However, in the cutthroat landscape of professional sports, past achievements, no matter how significant, often serve as mere footnotes in the relentless pursuit of future glory. The Stanley Cup, a gleaming beacon of triumph, demands an unyielding commitment to perfection, a willingness to scrutinize every facet of the roster, and, if necessary, to make the most difficult decisions imaginable. It is within this context of relentless ambition that a bold, almost unthinkable proposition has emerged from the depths of the hockey rumor mill. According to a recent report from the Bleacher Report, a move that could send shockwaves through oil country, a strategic maneuver that would undoubtedly define the Oilers' offseason, would be the trading of Stuart Skinner. This isn't just about tweaking the roster. It's about a potential seismic shift, a calculated gamble that underscores the team's unwavering, almost desperate commitment to finally hoisting the cup. The notion of trading Stuart Skinner, a homegrown talent who has endeared himself to the fan base with his earnest demeanor and clutch performances, feels almost sacrilegious to some. Yet, the cold, hard calculus of championship contention often demands such ruthlessness. NHL analyst Sarah Sivian, a voice known for her insightful and often provocative takes, recently unleashed her bold trade predictions for the upcoming 2025-26 season, and it's prediction number 6 that has Oilers fans sitting bolt upright. It's not all goaltender Stuart Skinner's fault that the Oilers have not been able to conquer the Panthers in 2 consecutive Cup finals, Sivian wrote on September 12th, acknowledging the complexity of the team's struggles. But the goaltending could certainly be more consistent, and something needs to change for Connor McDavid to raise a cup in Edmonton. Sivian's analysis cuts to the core of the Oilers' dilemma. While Skinner has delivered moments of brilliance, particularly in the playoffs, the question of consistent elite-level goaltending, the kind that truly steals games and dictates the flow of a series, remains a persistent concern. It's a subtle but critical distinction. The Oilers don't just need good goaltending, they need game-breaking goaltending, a netminder capable of single-handedly tilting the scales in their favor against the league's best. And the unspoken truth, the looming shadow over every decision made in Edmonton, is the future of Connor McDavid. His contract extension, his continued commitment to the franchise, hinges on the team's ability to prove, unequivocally, that they are building a championship-caliber roster around him. If a change in net is perceived as the missing piece, then even a beloved player like Skinner becomes a potential trade chip, a necessary sacrifice in the grand scheme of things. In terms of what Skinner brings to the trade table, Sivian highlights his undeniable ability to be a starter in the NHL. He's proven he can handle the rigors of a full season and the intensity of playoff hockey. Crucially, his contract, a team-friendly $2.6 million for next year, presents solid value for any team not contending for a cup but looking to solidify their crease. A team with some goalie depth, uncertainty like the Utah Mammoth or Buffalo Sabres, Sivian wrote, could take a harmless flyer with a contract like that as the Oilers free up space for a different direction in net. This isn't just about moving a player, it's about leveraging an asset to create flexibility, to open up new possibilities in the Oilers' pursuit of a definitive goaltending upgrade. The market for a proven, affordable starter is always robust, and Skinner, despite the recent playoff disappointments, still fits that mold for many teams. So, if the Oilers were to make this bold move, where could Stuart Skinner realistically land? Sivian's piece specifically cites 3 potential landing spots: the Utah Mammoth, the Buffalo Sabres, and the Boston Bruins. Let's peel back the layers on each of these destinations, examining their cap space and current goaltending situations to determine which might be the best fit for Skinner and for the Oilers' strategic objectives. First, the newly minted Utah Mammoth. With a healthy $6.7 million in salary cap space, the Mammoth certainly possess the financial flexibility to absorb Skinner's contract without much fuss. Their current goaltending stable includes Karel Vejmelka, Vitek Vanacek, and Connor Ingram, all signed for the upcoming season. On the surface, it looks like there might be a logical destination for a proven NHL starter. However, a trade here would likely only make sense if the Mammoth were to send a goaltender back to the Oilers. This isn't just about shedding salary or making space. It's about the Oilers acquiring a backup option or a prospect to complement their new starting goaltender. Ingram and Vanacek would be the obvious options in such a scenario, offering either a reliable veteran presence or a younger, high-upside talent to backstop the Oilers' revamped crease. Things get even more intriguing and perhaps more complicated when you take a look at the Buffalo Sabres. They possess $5.2 million in cap space, which is certainly enough to accommodate Skinner. However, their crease is even more crowded than Utah's. Just on September 11th, the Sabres signed Alexander Georgiev to a 1-year contract, adding him to an already bustling group that includes Devin Levi, Alex Lyon, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. This is a team with an abundance of goaltending options, perhaps too many, suggesting a desire for clarity and consolidation. For Skinner to land in Buffalo, it would almost certainly be another scenario where the Oilers would have to accept another goaltender in return. If the Oilers are looking for a backup upgrade while they pursue a different starting option, then a young talent like Levi or a reliable veteran like Lyon could be intriguing pieces in a potential package. The Sabres, with their crowded net, might be looking to move one of their existing options, making a swap a mutually beneficial proposition. Finally, we turn our attention to the Boston Bruins, a team with a storied history and a reputation for making shrewd moves. Their cap situation, however, is significantly tighter, with only about $2 million in space to make any significant moves. They currently have Jeremy Swayman, Jonas Korpisalo, and Michael DiPietro all competing for a spot in the net. It's safe to say that Swayman, a rising star, will occupy one of those 2 coveted positions, leaving Korpisalo and DiPietro to battle it out for the remaining backup spot. Here's where the plot thickens. DiPietro has already been connected to the Oilers as a potential waiver wire claim should he clear waivers. This existing link could open the door for a more direct trade scenario. From the Bruins' perspective, the question becomes, would they rather risk losing DiPietro for nothing on waivers or package him, perhaps with another asset, to acquire a proven starter like Skinner? This scenario offers a fascinating strategic chess match, where the Oilers could potentially acquire a reliable backup in DiPietro while simultaneously moving Skinner to a team that values his experience and could offer a fresh start. One way or another, this NHL season is shaping up to be quite the ride for the Oilers and the rest of the league. The mere contemplation of trading Stuart Skinner, a player who has been instrumental in their recent playoff successes, underscores the immense pressure and the unwavering ambition that permeates the Oilers organization. It's a stark reminder that in the relentless pursuit of the Stanley Cup, sentimentality often takes a backseat to strategic calculation. the Oilers are signaling loudly and clearly that they are willing to explore every avenue, to make every difficult decision, and to leave no stone unturned in their quest for ultimate glory. Whether Skinner ultimately stays or goes, the very discussion surrounding his future highlights the cold, hard truth. In Edmonton, only one thing truly matters, and that's bringing the cup home. So, what do you, the most passionate fans in hockey, make of this potential seismic shift? Does the idea of trading Stuart Skinner, even after 2 Cup Finals appearances, feel like a necessary evil in the pursuit of the ultimate prize? Or do you believe it's a step too far, a betrayal of a player who has given us all? We want to hear every single one of your thoughts, your passionate arguments, and your bold predictions for what the Oilers should do next. Drop your comments below and let your voice be heard. If this deep dive into the Oilers' high-stakes decisions and the relentless pursuit of the cup has got your hockey heart racing, then don't hesitate. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for all the latest breaking news and in-depth analysis, and make sure to ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Until next time, keep cheering loud, because the greatest stories in hockey are still being written.